I think we're fine.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I have two gentlemen on right and left of me, Louis and Derek. Yesterday I went to pitch for Shark Tank. Hopefully I'll get it this year. And as usual, Shark Tank is doing it during the Tech Day. And I've been networking and talking to folks around. And one of the companies who does the name is Milliard Price, right?
Yes, correct.
How do I pronounce it correctly?
Leonardo Price.
Milliard Price. And this is the gentleman that I met at the Tech Day. So let's hear a little bit about the company, what they do, and who they are. So my first question to you guys is, hold a second, my teleprompter freeze. So let's keep moving. And my first question is, what does it take to launch a startup?
Yes. Well, it's first having an idea that you believe in, then you protect it and perfect it.
And the second question is, how to transform an idea into reality?
Yes. Well, you bring the idea to life by creating a solid foundation to build on. That is the core of the ideas.
Wow, that's very deep. How do you know who you selling to?
Yes, you find who is the core of who's going to be benefiting from your idea, and you target that specific group.
How do you create a strong team to bring your vision to life?
Well, you find people with your same mindset and individuals that are skilled in specific areas and create strong leadership drive and that are hungry to achieve the same success you want to have.
And my first question is, how to obtain investment or venture capital?
Yes, well, obtaining investors or VCs look for who you are along with your idea. They want to see how invested you are in bringing it to life, how strong your team is, and your vision of how you plan to bring your idea to life with their help. Investors never invest in the idea, but they invest in the person behind the idea, because the person is the one bringing it to life, not the idea itself.
Okay, now that we're done with the official part, let's go back to the questions and answer them a little bit as a more humane way. So let's talk about it. So my first question was, what does it take to launch a startup? Did you do it as like on your own, or you always had a lot of ideas?
Well, I would say about 3 years ago, me and my co-founders, we basically started the idea of what the concept was for the company.
Mm-hmm.
Then once we had an idea and a name, we physically registered it with the New York State government as standard you would do. And surprisingly, it was pretty easy nowadays. You no longer have to go to the courthouse and apply.
Right.
You can do everything digitally,
Yep.
which was very convenient. But I guess the core of when we launched it, we wanted to make sure that we actually had something that we create that everyone could use and benefit from, at the same time create a new atmosphere within the industry that we were targeting. So that's what was our core.
How do you take to launch? You say one day, guys, we're launching today, or you just throw the money at this? Like, why it's today, not tomorrow? Why not next year? Why not the year before? How do you figure out the day? That's the day when you have the emotion and feel for it.
Yes.
Or you just plan. Okay, 3 years from now, I'm gonna start the company.
It really depends on when the time you're launching the company, if you have a set date that you're planning out, because so many layers are involved when you're creating the process of launching your own company. You have to factor in how you're going to receive your investment.
But right now, the markets are high, so whatever crazy idea you have, you might probably find money.
Yes.
A couple of years from now, when the market is going to crash, even the best ideas might not get any money.
Yes.
So maybe you need to follow when the money is easy, like cryptocurrency and all that nonsense that's taking place.
To target you on that note, it's more in a case of, for instance, when we launched 2 years ago and founded the company, we weren't going to launch that same year. The market was not ready for a company like mine and what we were trying to do to actually hit the market for everyone benefit offer. Now we're in 2018, going to 2019, market's strong. Everyone is,
it's
heavily
much easier
to hit the market this way.
I see. Okay, so let's tackle the second question a little bit more elaborative. We've done the 30 seconds one, and that's how to transform an idea into reality. A lot of people have great ideas, and they never execute on them and never actually have the product and the solution? What's the secret?
The secret is never, you have one idea, but never hold it as the core of what's really, that's the if all and everything. Ideas change over time. You become more open-minded on the actual process of what it takes to bring that to life, and you simplify it. So you may start out, oh, I want to create this thing, but it may turn into something else completely that actually is really what's actually going to drive you to getting to your ultimate goal.
But then you're doing something else. You're not following your plan.
Well, the core objective is always there. The basis of what your idea is around never changes, but the things of how you approach that idea, how you make that come to life, those are the steps that you actually go through, and over time that does manifest, but you're still obtaining the ultimate goal.
When you selecting people to sell to, is that based on their interest, or that's because you target them? Let's say they have a lot of money. Yes, that's my client because they just have ability to buy my product. Or it's just because someone wants your product. They might not have no money today, but they will have to borrow just to get it. But they really want it. Like, how do you look for your clients?
You look for them. Well, how we look for them, we see that everyone wants to save money. Everyone is holding back on specific things that they're spending on, waiting for a particular part of the year to purchase those things. We want to make sure that kind of changes, because if you turn the clock back, the value of certain products that are now a lot more higher were a lot easier to obtain, so that you would buy more quantities of them. Now you're actually spending a high price for a single quantity of one unit, and I want to redefine that so now everyone has the chance of getting that unit in a lot more easier fashion and time frame.
How do you find the talent? Like, do you go on Craigslist? Do you go to Indeed? Like, do you motivate them? Do you give them shares? Lots of money? Like, what's the key to find the proper or the right talent? Young ones or hungry, the ones who have family, they have to make a lot of money to feed the family. Like, what's the key?
We'll definitely want to find someone else that actually has your same vision or a similar vision of where they see themselves. You don't want to find someone who's currently in one place and they can't see themselves 10 years from now where they want it to be or how they are achieving their goals. You want to
So they have to have a plan.
Yes, and they're already on executing that plan, but now they can collaborate with you to create a bigger plan.
So I remember the last question was something about VCs. How do you find VCs?
Yes.
In the past, it was kind of difficult to get a list. Nowadays, everything online.
Yes.
But how do you obtain their interest? Like, how do you, from all these meetings and pitching and talking, how do you actually make them to write that check? Like, is there like you can't hold the gun to their hand and say sign?
No, of course not.
Even if you invest in pitch and they sign today, they tomorrow they don't like it, they cancel it.
Yes.
How do you stay on top, especially if it's like parts of payments don't come all in once? If you get one, okay, and what if they change their mind next week or next month?
The first thing to look for is who you are when they meet you. To look for what you actually are building, but more in the case of why you're building it and what is this going to do, not just for yourself, but how is this going to impact the people that you're also going to be affecting, because they want to make sure that this is just not a now thing, but a tomorrow and 50 years down the line, this is your baby that you're bringing to life.
But what if your interests change? You get a couple of babies, you move to somewhere else, you make a lot of money, and you want to get some rest. Not that you don't marry to work for the rest of your life. People have different ideas.
Absolutely.
But once you have a great concept, even if the management change, it still stays the same idea, same business.
Absolutely. I mean, what they are going to start to see is that
substance.
Substance and the 5 to 10 year plan, because that's the core of what's really going to break or make a company, especially a startup, depending on what field they're in.
So the one question I think I missed in between, and I think we covered it all. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to learn about the name of the company,
Meteor Price. Can I give it just a brief?
Absolutely.
Input? Thank you.
Should.
Yeah, so Meteor Price is a digital e-commerce combined with a social media platform. We're basically creating an atmosphere where you can, in real time, shop on and offline to basically purchase items and have them available immediately at your fingertips. So no more going to the store, having to search for hours for one product to even see if they have it in stock or how you're going to save money. by coming through our app, you're not only saving time, but you're merely reserving your product, picking it up in real time at the nearest location, and also having ability to save money while being on our network, communicating with their shoppers, and also creating your voice. So a quick example, if you had a product that you weren't happy with, you would create a comment, and a lot of viewers and users would be commenting on that same project and comment. So what happens is now that is getting immediately sent to the company that you're talking about, so that response time is for the next batch of their models they're creating, they're getting that immediate change done in the next model. So it's limiting that time frame.
Is that some kind of aggregator that gets the data and push it to the right?
Yes, it's a series of different algorithms that are programmed within the base of the actual company and the network that's allowing this instant data to be transferred between two sources.
Is that a Facebook application or like a phone application? How does it work?
No,
where does it live?
it's all via a mobile app that will be integrated with two different sections. So you're doing.
Is it available now?
No, it will be available in 2019. So we're currently finalizing the back end and the core of the app so we can actually release it to everyone, so they have fully atmospheric, because it's creating a user experience for themselves. So we want to make sure the platform is 100% solid before we physically launch it to everyone.
Did you guys pitch yesterday at the Shark Tank?
No, we didn't do Shark Tank, but we did do a presentation. I was on stage presenting the company and the basis of what we're doing, the stage we're at, and our future goals and what we look to bring into the market in 2019.
Did you find useful coming to the Tech Day?
Absolutely. For our first major event, we hit a lot of breaking ground on interacting with press, investors.
I go to Tech Day almost last 5 years.
Wow.
And I have not seen 99% of the companies ever come back.
Wow.
Like most of the, whatever this year, next year, they don't come back. So for whatever, whether they got the money or they got nothing out of it, for whatever reason, I rarely ever see a company second time. So I can say, hi, how are you? I saw you last year.
Yes.
Apparently, it's not been something that consistently. I see the same people coming back like me year after year looking for the new business and thoughts process, but I don't see the vendors coming back.
Well, I can assure you, we will be there in full force next year, as well as also petition.
Well, you might get plenty of money and get your application, and you might be far beyond the
yes.
Like that may be also a solution. What is the best way to reach out to you, to the company? If anybody interested to work for you or fund you or collaborate with you or play with your company,
we can you can go to our site, which is www.milliardopryce.net. And there, once you're on the Miller Price site, you have full closure of what we're actually building, because we have several different divisions, as well as the service division that we showcased at Tech Day. But you can also reach out to us and contact us if you're looking to invest or you want to come be a part of the team or work for us, as well as gain more information, because we actually are creating an atmosphere where everyone can get involved and work together.
Cool. Thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you like our space.
Yes.
It's pretty cool. I didn't get a chance to show you things around, but maybe we'll have a couple of minutes and I'll take you for a little. I'll show you my other studio where I film as well.
Thank you, Alex. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. Listen, guys, I can show you example of two guys. I just walked in, not shaved, not looking professionally. Probably I was tired and exhausted for a full day. Just talk to them. I don't even pitch you. I just, ask you, would you come? And they say, yeah, we'll come. So it's you can see a true entrepreneur, someone who is capable to move on their feet. Most of the people that I spoke yesterday, they heard exact same pitch that Derek and Luis heard from me, and they are not here. They didn't come. They took the car. They shake my hand. They said yes, and they are not here. So that takes a very entrepreneurial spirit to be able to listen and convert their pitch and take the opportunity. As you can see, it's a quite powerful place, and there are a lot of things could happen here.
Absolutely.
Hundreds of other people yesterday had a pretty much exact same chance like you, and they didn't took it. So I think that speaks for those two gentlemen next to me, for their ability to convert information and take the use something that's really to their benefit, versus other people who just get the same ability to. It's pretty valuable to be in front of all of you, my viewership and numbers, and pitch and talk to you about what we have common, and all those other people did not take that chance. Maybe I pitch you in the wrong way. Maybe you just have some ability to listen, and I think that's the second one. I think my pitch is pretty fine.
Yes.
Thank you, guys.
You will.
Feel the talent.
And I just want to give a shout out to Common Connect, which is a new app that's actually revolutionizing the work market besides LinkedIn. So I would highly recommend checking them out on iOS and going to their website. That's Common Connect.
That's it?